Oh my gosh, here we go again, guys. What is going on with my, oh, there was an update. I'm sorry, guys. You Windows, right? It updates things. I swear. That's the second day in a row I started my flow and I was muted. Let me back up a little bit, guys. What's going on? It's Wednesday. It's a great day. Things are pumping. We got a lot of things to talk about. We have a special guest with us today. Let me go back though and restart everything over. If you guys are new here, this is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. My name is Tank. We talk about everything that's happening in the traditional markets as well as the crypto markets, with of course hyper focused within the Cosmos ecosystem, because we're cosmonauts through and through. Help me help you, help everybody in this space by liking this channel, liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and hitting that little bell notification. See, I'm all thrown off. I'm all thrown off because I already did this spill and nobody heard it, and now I'm having to repeat myself, and I feel weird about it. But yeah, do us all a favor, guys. Do yourself a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, because when you do, not only are you helping us grow in a bear market, but you're actually helping the entire Cosmos ecosystem, because the more people that see these videos, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets, and that's a win-win for everybody, because in turn, you're also getting exposure to your own investments. So think about that. Just be a helpful person, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, with that being said, now that I had to say it all over in a messed up way, let me give a quick shout out to everybody that's in chat, because you guys are the most important people in the whole wide world. Without you guys, none of this stuff matters. None of the YouTube videos, none of the protocols within the crypto space, none of it works without you guys in the space. So let me give a quick shout out to you guys. Let me show you guys some love. What's up, Oliver? What's up, Michael? What's up, Bren? What's up, Blau? What's up, John Francis? I think I need my glasses. What's up, Jared? Sirius, Rogonaut, David, Ryu, Chad, Striker. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Opa? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful. What's up, Super Ultra? Super Ultra 64 in the house. What's up, Matt Miller? Guys, I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I hope you guys are all doing well today. If you guys aren't, just look at the charts, because things are pumping. Things are pumping. With that being said, I am always, like always, accompanied by my two great mods. One of them being in the chat, that's Blau, and then the other two with me on voice chat, Brent and Grits. And then also, I want to introduce you guys to somebody really, really cool that's working on something super, super interesting and really bullish, I think. His name is Oliver. He's the CEO of Alter. How are you guys all doing, my friends? Oscar, I'm sorry. Wait. No, wait. Oh, yeah. Well, hold on. They can't even hear you guys. I'm sorry. I messed it up because I was trying to get my. Why is it doing this? They can't hear you guys on that either. Try saying it again. Anything. Somebody say something to see if it works. It's still not working. What is going on? Hold on. Oh, I'm getting rugged the left and right. That's what happens when you have an update and you don't check everything after your update. Wait. Here. Brent, say something.
Yo, what's up?
Oh my gosh. There we go. I quit already. Somebody else run the show.
You need a Jamie, dude.
I do. I need a Jamie. I need a production lead or something like that, guys. Who wants apply for the job? Apply for the job. Everybody, you guys heard me in chat. My friends here, I apologize. Humbly apologize. How are you guys all doing today, though? I'm speaking to you guys, you three, by the way.
Hey, everything's great. Thank you so much for having me here. This is Oscar from Alter.
Awesome. So what we're going to be doing today, guys, is I wanted to introduce you guys to Alter. If you don't mind, could you explain to everybody in chat, because I know a lot of people here are cosmonauts, they're in the IBC gang, but admittingly, let's be honest and kind of like address the elephant in the room. Not a lot of people really know much about what's happening on the secret side of our neighborhood. So if you don't mind, if you could just kind of take a step back and reintroduce yourself, who you are and the platform and what you guys are working on over there in the secret ecosystem.
Thanks. Yeah. So Alter is a private and secure communication platform that you can utilize for chatting, messaging, file sharing, and also we're going to be adding soon file management and privacy storage with the decentralized storage like Cache, Filecoin possibly, but on Filecoin we still need to adopt a few things. But in general, we want to also build a infrastructure that is scalable and used for any application on Web3 space. And also we want to become the bridge between the Web 2 and Web 3 and on the enterprise solutions, because we do really see that the technology and also cryptography and including smart contract is not being widely used, but the interest is huge there. So we want to become that infrastructure provider and layer to support everybody that is interested to using it. And definitely we have already selected some niche markets on the enterprise side, and we are currently also focusing on pilot projects with the enterprise solutions too.
Nice. Excuse me. So with that being said, if hopefully you guys can understand it, I actually really do like this platform and what you guys are working on. Being able to communicate with my peers anywhere in the world privately, I think is something that is going to catch on, especially what's happening fundamentally out there in the world currently, right? I think that's going to be something that's going to be catching on quite a bit here in the next couple of months, even especially in the next couple of years. With that being said, I know you said you've already kind of reached out and you guys are working, you said with Filecoin and Akash, right? I believe, by the way, I just want to kind of put this out there before I forget. Here is their Twitter handle. Where did I have it? Let me actually bring it up if I didn't. Here's their Twitter handle. So you guys can follow them here. Make sure that you guys go and check them out on Twitter, drop them a follow, and keep up to date with what they're doing. I believe that you were saying you actually have a meeting with Greg and everybody with the Kosh Network. Where are you guys right now with onboarding different platforms and protocols to utilize more of what you guys are working on?
Yeah, so in the current moment, we are finalizing our infrastructure scaling side and also improving our backend, meaning we are going on a decentralized way that we are going to be getting bare metal of 7 nodes, and then basically also in the future, we might plan also that anybody could run their own node to store the messages that are encrypted. And as for the integrations and also providing the communications, we're working on a API that can be easily integrated into gaming projects, into NFTs, into DAOs, into validators. So everybody who's having a communication need can be utilized. Also, metaverse, I would say, is a big thing for us, because in general metaverse is also not building inside any kind of like chatting feature too. So there's like a bottleneck for growth in Web3 in general for messaging, but it should always be kept decentralized and also private, because what we are violating is definitely the privacy aspect. So everybody on Alter side is owning their encryption key, exactly the same approach with the wallets that you have with the mnemonic phase. So basically it's the same approach that we are utilizing here. So we don't store your encryption key, everything is encrypted on your side, and in general we don't care who uses the platform, and we just want to deliver you the privacy communication platform that you can trust, because you are owning the encryption key. And also, of course, we are building up a much more better user experience. So it is seamless, and you don't need to take care of the gas. You don't need to interact with so many contracts. So we have also pivoted with the Couple Wallet integration. So basically, soon we're going to be providing a new innovation way of stake to access. We have launched our beta already on Siki Network stakers, and we're going to be expanding that after the infrastructure is being done within 2 weeks to support around 6 layer 1s on Cosmos with stake to access. Oh, wow. So what does it mean to all these stakers is that there will be a specific threshold of tokens that you need to be staked, and it doesn't matter at any validator is supported. So we are not utilizing even that you should stake at our validator, but of course, we are more than happy if you support us in this growth pace, but we want to have captured this mass adoption and definitely free use while benefiting from staking rewards. So And I think it's another way how staking can be utilized by accessing non-DeFi applications, and still the non-DeFi applications can somehow have a long-term growth and support for it. So, and that is the way we want to, and definitely our phase one is to cover the whole cosmos, and afterwards we're going to be seeing how we can enter into Ethereum side and also to integrate the MetaMask logging, but with the private aspect, because majority of the applications out there with communications that have already MetaMask, there is a concern, not concern, but approaches that you need to limit how the encryption keys are being stored, processed, and of course, we want to have the same approach that you're interacting always on your own and you own the encryption key. So that will be another challenge, big one for us. But another thing that we want to have is a seamless API, and then basically projects and networks who wants to have it, like for example, Netflix is interested to have their own chatting feature on their network, will be able to use our API. Basically, we will be issuing a so-called unique token for the API HTML to have the access connection, of course, but everything we want to have that, of course, crypto space are expecting all free stuff, but with stake to access, it's free. But for API, we are thinking about at least supporting Alter in a way that you need to buy the Alter token and pay it for the
needs to be
API
a revenue
token.
source for the platform. I wholeheartedly agree with that kind of position, that kind of maneuver. Yeah, it's funny how, like you were saying, I know the crypto space always, especially in Cosmos, they want free. But I really like your guys' approach. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
With what you guys are doing. If you don't mind as well, Brandon Grits, if you guys ever have any questions or want to step in as well, just jump in whenever. I did want to take a step back and talk about the interesting applications that you guys could possibly use with privacy communication, right? And like what you were talking about with the metaverse, I think that is something that's really, really cool. And a lot of people don't actually think about that. I don't know if you follow them all too much, but there's a project, Strange Clans, that is also utilizing Akash, to run their platform on, which is like I don't know if you want to call it, I guess it is meta. I guess any MMO or whatnot is kind of meta, but they're utilizing NFTs and they have this whole structure. But anyway, to go back to my point, what you're talking about is getting into the interactions between those people within those kind of environments that utilize NFTs or might be interacting in a meta or maybe like a MMO, traditional MMO style game or environment. That's so like, I don't want to say outside the box, but I don't think a lot of people think about that, and how you don't want, especially if your NFTs that you're getting into with some of these games and the way that they're utilizing them, ultimately, like really, you don't want everybody to be able to see just from that interaction of your NFT, regardless of whatever you did in that game. Like, you don't want them to be able to see everything behind the curtains, right? And so being able to maybe apply it on that kind of level, I don't know, again, the technicals kind of go over me sometimes, but being able to apply that possibly in those kind of situations is humongous. And that's just one of the small little angles that I could see your guys's, technology being used. It's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. So I think a lot of people don't think about those kind of applications and those kind of things. I think when a lot of people, when I first were letting people know that we're going to have you on the show, they just purely think like, oh, Alter is like my email or my messages on my phone, like you guys have on your guys' website here. And that is one applicable layer of it, but there's so much more layers to your onion that you guys could kind of unravel as things progress and as things develop in this space, that it's absolutely mind blowing. I think you were saying even with DAOs or whatnot, you could apply this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of DAOs launch pads. I think the missing part for them is the communication that is utilized and taking the Web3 approach, because at the moment we're seeing so many projects, and also including the VCs, like from central exchanges, the labs, they're still using Google Forms to collect information. A lot of validators are still using emails to connect with stakers, or using Telegram or Discord groups. I think this should be changed in a practical way. So what we can do is definitely with stake to access, we can change it in a better way that, hey, like we are giving you a free option to use the communication platform. You can have an API, you can create your own group, you can link it to your validator and access your staker community, and definitely you can privately communicate between each other. And I think the next phase is definitely to provide this infrastructure, because majority of the privacy communications that are building on the Web3, they don't see the aspect that you need to have a scalable infrastructure instead of building just a user interface with a lot of features, because it always starts with the infrastructure side. So if you can set up in a way that you have a scalability and you have also features, any project can just build on it, like, and that should be the Web3 way. And that's all. Like that is the mass adoption plan, and make it as seamless as possible, easy to integrate, and you can put any type of design on it. So that is our kind of key way for positioning Alter in the market. And some of the people might pose that there are different other good solutions, but by the end of the day, our approach is completely different, and our value is behind the user interface itself. So, and definitely the next phase for Alter is soon that we're entering is the enterprise grade infrastructure that serves as a bridge actually between the Web 2 and the Web 3 companies that wants to utilize the new technology. Because as we can see more and more, data breaches and also unencrypted data is being accessible after the breach, because if you have encrypted data and somebody breaches the data, then for the hacker it is not possible to decrypt if they don't own the user's private key. So basically, if you are a large company with a million clients, so basically million records, you need to have million encryption keys. How you can get it? It is almost impossible to get everyone's key, because I mean malicious attacks on each of the computer and everything else. I mean it's quite challenging for any hacker to do it. So we want to play this game in this direction, and definitely somehow impact the GDPR in Europe, for example, because GDPR at the moment does not regulate the encryption side, nor it does require for companies but to implement the encryption side for data. But I think it should be mandatory, and I think the encryption data should be always accessible only to two parties, or the parties that are involved in the data transfer. Because I think the next stage of worldwide countries, governments, and public institutions is that your medical data, your personal, your financial data, it should be only given access to. So the so-called institutions doesn't always have an access to your data. Only when they request it, you can confirm, and you can give the viewing key, or you can give the decryption key to solve that. Because otherwise, it is mass extortion of data, you know. And I think it's the next phase of our global society to take up on, and definitely. Securing the messaging side is also something that we want to handle for the Web3 way. And definitely NFTs, for example, verified group chats that you own NFT through a wallet, you can access the chat group between them. So that is also something that we're going to be working on. And also, of course, we're going to be collaborating with more Web3 projects just to integrate into Alter or in our infrastructure with API, like Huddle 01, a video conferencing platform that is pretty nice because you can already use MetaMask, and I think they have finished the Cryptoquant integration, so you can present your NFT in the video call as and it works like you put it on the you put it as replace on your face. So, for example, but yeah.
No, that's a lot. As a matter of fact, I didn't know that they don't regulate it there at all. That seems ridiculous, and at the same time, like, not all that shocked, actually, to be honest with you. What a scam. Anyway, I didn't know that. I like yeah. Geez, it seems like nowadays when you actually figure out how things are being worked and how the normal people, especially with information, with data is the most valuable thing right in the world right now. Or well, for a while now, but definitely right now. And just when you learn about it, you wish you were more shocked, but unfortunately I'm not. But that was still wild to me that they don't actually regulate it on that side of the world. Because I agree with you. I think it should be, minimized to as much as possible, the sender, the receiver, and that's it. And or like you said, just allowing people not to own it at all times or have access to it at all times, but maybe just to give them the key to view it. Is definitely the more ideal way to go. So I don't know if you guys were able to follow along with that, because that was quite a bit, but I 100% agree. And Grits, it's kind of, Grits, are you here?
Yeah.
You remember the conversation we were having yesterday about DAOs on the spaces? I just want to say, it's kind of funny, right? Like everybody's talking about Web3 and all these new, innovative things that we have happening in this space that a lot of people are deciding to partake in, but it's for the current time, until things like Alter start being used a lot and a lot more, and people recognize this tool for what it is, we can't really truly actually have true Web3, right? Because like you were saying earlier, like the bigger companies or even just small groups of people are still using centralized or very visible and captured means to gather information and or to store information. So even if you're using a decentralized autonomous organization or planning on starting a DAO, right? I don't have to say that out loud, just the acronym DAO.
That was the whole conversation.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So like the true way to do it, like ideally would be to use a platform or use technology like Alter to even before you even start the DAO to gather information. That way it truly is there truly is, or at least there is, I'm trying to think it on the fly, but you at least minimize the points of centralization or targets on your back if anything does go awry, right? Like I think a lot of people, again, going back to my original point, aren't really thinking about Alter in its entirety, which is massive. Like the applications that you could use this technology going forward, especially if we truly believe that Web3 is going to be the way, right? We need Alter. We need stuff like this to truly accomplish our goals, and to pulling away from centralization, to pulling away and really showing people, I know especially what's happening out there fundamentally in the world right now, talking about privacy and stuff like that. There's people are getting really, really heated about this discussion, but it's really interesting. It's only, I feel like it's, and I'll just say this, I feel like it's only worried about or brought up and people care at certain times, but really, right? Like if we really truly believe that privacy, I don't know if you want to use what people are saying should be a right or whatnot. I kind of think it's a privilege. It's a privilege though for the people that understand it. You know what I mean? And it's also, yeah, I'm going off topic here, but like if you understand the value of privacy, you're going to want, like big companies like our friend was saying are going to want to use Alter to protect themselves going forward, like period. And so like the people that get it are going to be privileged enough to understand the true value of what things like Alter has or is going to be providing for the entire Web3 space. I think what you guys are doing is massive, especially for DAOs, guys. We're gonna be talking about this later, probably on a space as well. How I think that people should maybe even before they start things, start using Alter or platforms like it. Is there any competition right now that's even close to you guys and what you guys are trying to accomplish?
There are different business approaches that is also impacting how the product is being built out.
Mm-hmm.
So if we, for example, check out, we have the list of other platforms, like Status, for example. It's been around for quite some time, right? But the mass adoption haven't been met there because there should be an immediate value proposition that the users of Web3 can get. So I think it's the seamless way how people can access it, and also how easy it can be used, and definitely how long-term vision the project has, because I think a lot of these platforms, they don't think about so much about integrations and supporting all these projects that are building out different other things. For instance, the same DAOs, for instance, the metaverse for gaming. There should be just an infrastructure that is supporting these guys, because this is the missing part in the model, and that's why we are addressing it, because we haven't seen it the competitor side. There's also Skiff, who is providing email solution that is safe and encrypted, but their main goal is to challenge Gmail. But again, like, is this the real goal that we need to achieve at the moment? I don't think so. I think we just need to support all of these things that have been already created, click on it and use it on their side, because I mean you're capturing a lot of things on your end, but it is always a challenging road to obtain new users to new platform, to new application. Rather than that, our approach is super friendly. That hey, we rather go partner up and integrate inside you rather than pushing your users towards us. So, and I think that's the best approach to the project. So, and we're gonna be just building on, carry on, because we want to expand, and we're also applying to multiple labs outside of Cosmos to support our goal in this phase. And definitely so-called non-crypto space, a new governance that is called Project A New Governance. It's based on Ledger, that is providing also privacy infrastructure, but again, it is not. It is Ledger based and not smart contract, and cryptography is done. The approach, like how users are saving it, how users are interacting it, is completely different. Because again, we want to have encryption key the same importance as your mnemonic phrase of your wallet. So this is two kind of approaches, because on Signal you don't see your encryption keys. On Telegram you don't see encryption keys if you start your own secret chat. And this is the so-called value that we want to change and give to users too.
Awesome. So I know you're very pressed on time because you do have your meeting very shortly. Right now, you can buy Alter on SantaSwap, ButtonSwap, and SecretSwap, correct? Guys, make sure that you guys, if you guys are interested at all, I've actually seen in the chat, some of you guys are actually currently signing up, which is absolutely awesome. I'm going to do it off the stream myself, definitely get things going and test it out with the IBC gang. So I'm super excited about doing that, and good for you guys. I see you guys doing that. But if you guys also want to take advantage of some of the other features, definitely go check out and get yourself some Alter on top of that. Kind of going all the way back to where we first, if you have time for this, when we first started our conversation, if you could explain how are you guys going about with your infrastructure, like with nodes and whatnot? Like, how does this all actually work? I don't know if that's kind of a big question, I guess.
Yeah. Basically, in a nutshell, we are decentralizing everything at the moment. Second thing is that every encryption thing is going on your side. So we don't do the encryption part on our side. Another thing is that when you register, we don't ask anything from your personal standing point. We are in the system just generating a alter ID that is 10 letters and numbers generated randomly. So in our side, the system can refer between the people. But of course, to mitigate in the future the user experience, we are adding the address book. So in the future, once we're going to be improving the address book, people will not be able to send spam messages directly to you, unlikely at the moment how Discord and Telegram is doing it, because you can be spammed so easily, and
Yeah.
as long as they can capture your ID, and I mean,
I get it
and
every
that's why we
day.
want, and that's the best part. And of course, like you can create the file management also will be encrypted with your key, and also decryption is on your side happening. So before you're downloading it, it is decrypting on your side the file itself. The same with the folders inside. Everything is encrypted. So and a smart thing is that the messages are being, the content itself is not being stored onto the smart contract, because we want to have this, users have the option to completely delete it. So that means we are verifying with the Secret Network smart contracts everything that is around with metadata, and then it's being stored onto this privacy smart contract on Secret Network. And then if you want to verify that this message was actually sent, verified, put on chain, you have all the instructions in the mailing feature. If you send out a message, you'll be able to click on this so-called check mark, and you'll be able to get all the IDs that you can put on the smart contract interface and check it out, because this is the proof of method that the message is there and it's being sent, and it's not being so-called hacked or accessible to anyone. And the same approach with the files will be there in the future, and also with the group chats creation, and also we're going to be storing the address book information on there too. And definitely productivity tool like calendar will be also available, and also going to have the same approach. And we're going to be migrating some of our static data to be put on privacy smart contract as well.
Okay.
And long run, of course, this year our challenge is to build a decentralized node that anybody who wants to support Alter in decentralization will be able to use low capacity nodes to store the encrypted messages. Hopefully, we'll manage to increase the incentivization there too, from our revenue that we're getting in, and basically to distribute somehow. And yeah, I think that would be the goal for the Web3 way. As for enterprises, we're going to be having a infrastructure that they can deploy on premises or as a cloud solution. So basically, we set up everything, and then any enterprise will be able to create on top of the ops solution, or we can create it for them, or just copy paste everything that we have from Alter side for their clients communication. For example, we see law offices as the main target of market. We see also consultation firms. We see healthcare, actually, because the general practitioner versus the patient communication should be also handled in that way. And I think the so-called use cases are quite a lot, and now we need to address it.
To go back, just a personal question, because I'm definitely interested in it. I know we were talking about Filecoin earlier. To run Filecoin and things like that are quite, for the normal person, quite a hefty task to take on. I know you were saying that soon, hopefully, you guys will have the accessibility for people to run support. Is there like information that you can point me towards to learn more about that? Like, if people did want to kind of throw in their resources and run support or whatnot. I know like Akash used to have this idea for their like mini setups and stuff like that. Is that what you're saying? There's going to be something similar to that?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to utilize more cash, and maybe that will be the so-called collaboration with them. So
Yeah.
anybody can just use the provider there. Then you can use the Cashlytics that PraterUp has also been collaborating there. So there will be like one-stop, one-click deployment on any of the providers, and then basically just spin it up, run it, and easily manage it, and it is super cost efficient. So as you know, cash is very cost efficient, and
Yeah.
I think that would be the way to go. You know.
Okay. Okay. I know it's been a while. I know. I think Grits. Correct me if I'm wrong. We looked at it like a month or two ago, or whatnot, and it definitely seems pretty straightforward. You just plug it in and you can start doing it that way. That's super interesting. A lot of interesting stuff. Guys, I know I've linked it a few times. If you guys want to explore uh, the platform, just go ahead and check out that link there. I also have provided the Twitter link and also this same link for the webpage down in the comments below. So if you guys want to, or if you guys are watching this at a different time, you guys can check that out there. Super interesting. Like I said, I got to sign myself up and start digging into it. Is there anything else that you would like to kind of add on before we wrap up this section of the show?
Yeah, I think from the security side and also trustability, we are going to be publishing executive summary from the auditor, Halborn. So we have been using extensively the Halborn services. Halborn is very respectable Web3 and also cybersecurity auditor in the space, because they have found many vulnerabilities along the way and have also published them in their social channels, and that will come out. And definitely we're preparing later on to create the GitLab repository, so people can also check the code of the front end, the smart contracts, the infrastructure built in the concept, also how the messages are being sent as a concept. So anybody who wants to kind of test the concept out will be able to do so with our open source setup that we're going to be providing. But meanwhile, we'll just finalizing up everything with the infrastructure side, and then we're going to be working on that side as well.
Cool. Well, I know you have to get going to your next meeting with them.
Yeah.
I really, by the way, I do want to actually let me take a quick second and actually first apologize. If full transparency, guys, the way that this interview, I was lucky enough to actually get them to come on, took place was I initially, and this is my fault, and I humbly apologize, and I'll take the blame for it. I initially heard rumors from several other people that Alter was going to be moving off of the secret, ecosystem or secret network. And so again, I wanted to apologize to you and anybody that has been following Alter that knew differently or whatnot. Again, totally wrong on that information. But I'm still glad because with that comment being said, even though I was wrong, we were able to actually come together and reach more people and make this interview happen so that more people know what's happening with Alter. Just I know for a quick second you might have to go for everybody's reassurance, that is the case, right? Like Alter is absolutely fine there in secret, nothing's happening. That was totally false, correct?
To be honest, I don't participate in the FUDs. I don't participate in kind of providing extensive proof of what I say, that we are on the secret network here, utilizing secret network smart contracts. That is why we are here, and we're going to be there always, unless secret network is somehow stopped from validator side. But in general, we don't see that happening, and everything is fine. Cool. But it is on the each project who is building on secret network, that's their own responsibilities, and also agree. That's their decisions. On our side, we just continue to build. We don't care about participating in the FUDs or haters or what, because we see what we want to build and what we can deliver, and we are just concentrating on that.
Great. So I love it. I absolutely agree with you guys. And again, I just want to I'm all about self accountability and owning up to stuff. I wanted to take a quick moment and to apologize if I ever maybe stirred the pot or said anything which was absolutely wrong. I should have definitely reached out and tried to verify that instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I think Alter's actually leave," because I heard it from somebody else. That was my fault, so I do apologize.
They did an AMA like right after that.
Yeah, and it was obviously that understandingly, but yeah, no, good, and I agree. Everybody, that's great. I'm glad you guys are so ultra focused. You guys have a great piece of technology and platform that I'm going to be participating in. I think a lot of people, if you guys want to see Web3 entirely be adopted like we all think and like we all hope, Alter, I think, is, in my humble opinion, not trying to pump it up or say anything like that, guys, but I think Alter is in a really great position to do big things in the space. So again, congrats on what you guys got so far, and
thank
also
you.
Good luck
Thank you
on
so
what
much.
you guys are working on going forward.
Yeah, we also
up,
planning to
pretty cool.
to manage the token to be more accessible outside. So we're gonna be also very bullish on getting the token accessible outside a lot. So any user, any network, any space will be able to obtain it, because once we are landing the also subscription and also utilization and mobile application, we need to make sure that people can access it and very quickly, including with premium features, and also to buy extra storage for privacy. And yeah,
Awesome.
So
That's
our goals. Cool. Yeah, but in general, thank you so much, guys. I need to hop on the Akash Twitter Spaces, so thank you, guys, and good luck with everything. And definitely gonna be stopping by always in the IBC gang chat. And if there gonna be any questions, I'm gonna be answering there in the chat on Discord from the YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm gonna scroll it through later this evening and gonna post answers. So thank you, guys.
Awesome, bye buddy. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye, guys.
Later. Guys, that's an awesome, I gotta Grits, we gotta dive into more secret stuff. There's so, obviously, right, such a cliche, it's secret, but we gotta start poking around more in the secret ecosystem, because Alter is man, admitting that I need to do much more homework and dive into it a lot more, but this is critical stuff for the adoption of Web3, I believe, really critical stuff.
For everything, man.
Yeah, dude, for everything.
One thing I wanted to add on was when you were talking about MMOs and World of Warcraft and stuff, did you know that during WoW Classic and I think TBC and during the Burning Crusade, the NSA and its British counterpart, they were monitoring and harvesting data from people chatting in WoW, because they were thinking that people were using WoW as a way to have terrorist meetups and stuff.
I remember stuff like that. It wasn't just WoW. They were doing that kind of stuff for all massive MMOs at that time. I remember that, because it was a way, they were so worried that they were having nefarious people or terrorists I shouldn't even say that on YouTube, because YouTube's you said the T word. What'd you say? Look, YouTube, just calm down. But I remember that, because I was really big for a little while into WoW, like everybody else. I was really big into Final Fantasy 11 and some of the bigger Ultima and stuff like that. But even going way back, I was into all of that stuff. And yeah, I remember the security risk and them monitoring things. You guys don't think that kind of stuff happens, but that's on the hyper extreme side, but also I guess not too far away from that hyper side of things as well, the financial side of things, right? Remember when they were doing it a lot in Final Fantasy, and they were doing it in a WoW where they were selling gil, or I'm sorry, in Final Fantasy it was gil, and WoW was gold and whatnot and stuff like that. But when you're talking about especially what we have now with NFTs being another layer onto things like meta, and also I guess MMOs and stuff like that. Whenever you're making those transactions too, do you really want to expose yourself to, at any given time, especially if it does blow up, right? And not in a bad way. I mean, get mass adoption and stuff like that. Do you want anybody and everybody to be able to see how much you have at any given time, or what you said at that time? That's just the gamer side of me and stuff like that. And a little bit, the financial side, but that's just the gamer nerdier side of me. No, I don't want anybody to know how much I'm walking around, in the behind the curtains of things. I just want you to see what I'm doing in this little section, and that's it. He was saying with data when it comes to insurance and stuff like that, all you need is a peekaboo viewing key. You don't need to see it all. Like, you know, anyway, so I can go on and on and on. I'm so humbled that he came on to the show and talked more and more about Alter. Hopefully we can have him back on, and the rest of the team and some more things in the secret network as well, to talk about things that they have going on over there. Cause it's, with everything happening in the system, man, it's, privacy is eventually going to be, for the people that get it, it's going to be, you know, a narrative that picks up and picks up and picks up. And by the way, I saw the comment earlier about me ranting. It's because it's my show and I can do that. It's just,
don't worry, I answered.
no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just playing. I do rant a lot. I get it, but it's my show, so I can do that. Anyway, let's go in, guys, because we have a lot of other things we need to talk about as well. Usually in the earlier part of the show, I do talk about TA, I talk about fundamentals and all this other stuff. It's a great day in the markets, right? We are seeing really good things happening within the traditional markets, within especially crypto market. Let's go ahead and quickly talk about it right now. And I just want to say, just kind of trying to tell you guys yesterday, I don't know it all. I'm not a gypsy. I'm not a rogue. I'm not a know-it-all. I do get things wrong. Like, obviously, I was wrong with the information with Alter, right? Like, I'm wrong. And when I am, I'll admit it. I'll lay in my bed of dirt. Like, I get it. But I did tell y'all yesterday, a little bit too early to go ahead and start calling things. A little bit too early to go ahead and start calling things. We need ebbs and flows. We need these in the market, right? And I said that I know it all. But I told you guys before a couple of times, we could just do the same things that we've been doing with these red days. Now, again, just for reference, we're on the Dow. We're using Market Cipher. We're on the daily time frame. That's where we're starting off. And as you guys can see, we have these little bit of red days, and we pump up. A little bit of red day, then we pump up. A little bit of red day, when we pumped up. Boom. We're carrying on. We're carrying on, my friends. Nobody could have, like, maybe I kind of had a feeling, and not saying I gambled, but I placed my bet. I, made my bed. I'm stuck with it. It is what it is. I did take profits. I did, but I still have long-term bags that I'm seeing through, and it's great. It's absolutely great. Right now we are coming back up, and per my theory, if you guys have been watching this channel, I really do think, what have I always been saying? Late Q3, early Q4, things are going to start running. We're going to start seeing things really kind of loosen up. It's happening. I do want to kind of tell you guys, with all this bullishness and all the possibilities of us breaking up and reclaiming and getting away from this previous resistance point on the charts, we could come up. The 200 SMA, by the way, is going to come down. So it's not like we're just coming up there and we got a vertical and say that we can dunk all of a sudden. No. We lowered the 200 SMA. We lowered the rim just a little bit so that we can slam, right? But we are coming up with price action, meeting up with the 200 SMA, which is lowering itself. We are going to come back up and test the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. That's a big, big thing. Look, the 200 SMA strategy is the strategy that I use. I just want to point out to you guys, there's been several times before, once the 200 SMA truly got broken, and it was really here when it truly got broken. Yes, we did retest it. We retested, but for not very long, right? We're on the daily time frame, but truly broke down, back down here between January, like late January, early February. Once it truly broke down, we've had it happen, if you want to count this, 1, 2, 3 times so far where we test the 200 SMA and then we get rejected. I'm not going to say that we're going to get fully rejected and we're going to come back down to bear town, right? We're going to see a lot of volatility, a lot of resistance, more than likely at the 200 SMA. So as we are getting another chance to take profits, I just want to give you guys my little humble opinion, not financial advice, just a little humble opinion. Take profits as you're coming up to the 200 SMA. The trend is our friend until it's not, right? But make sure that when we are testing, if it is still friends to us or not, that you are reassuring your bags by taking profits. It's fine. You can get bullish, but I'm just saying more than likely we're going to get resistance there. Hopefully we do capture it and break through. Again, another thing I want to kind of show you guys, and I'm going to use Bitcoin for the reference here on the weekly with the 200 SMA. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Let me pull out a little bit. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Every single time the 200 SMA on the weekly is this yellow line right here. In the past, since starting to formulate this 200 SMA, you can see that the 200 SMA was a good point to be getting into. We dipped down. This is the first time that we truly dipped down underneath the 200 SMA like we have. This is still a good time. It was a good time at any time underneath the 200 SMA.
The market's exploding.
Yeah.
Bitcoin 24,000.
Yeah. All we need to do, I was saying this to Rama and a few others before we went live, in my humble opinion, especially for Bitcoin, right, is I want to see Bitcoin hover around 24 to 26 over the next couple of weeks. And then we have a really good chance to reclaim 26 to 30. We're going to hit a lot of resistance at 30. Or we capture it, go sideways there. All I really want is Bitcoin to recapture 24, 26 for a little while, stair step its way up to 30, hover there for a little while. It doesn't have to run. It does not have to run. All it has to do is get close to the end of year, around 30 again, close on the end of year, reset everything in the markets. And what I'm talking about is like expectations from the Fed, CPI, like company earnings, reset all of that stuff annually. Reset it all, get closer to the Bitcoin halving. And I really do think we're going to be in a really good position. You got to fundamentally know what's happening with the market structure outside of just TA, because the TA is just a delayed response to fundamentals that are happening out there. You got to have a really good idea about all of that stuff, guys. And I'm not saying I know it all. Not a rogue, not a vagabond, not a gypsy. I don't know it. I'm not a ninja like that. I'm just saying I take things into account in its entirety. And I'm willing to bet, and I already have, that we've seen the end, like the probably more than likely, I could be wrong, I'm going to say that we've seen the worst of it. And I've been saying that for a while. If you guys don't believe me, go back, ask anybody in the Discord, ask anybody in the chat. I've been saying it for a while. Could be wrong, but I really do think with those things in mind and the market structure that we're seeing right now with the CPI, and I do think inflation is kind of coming back down. We're going to talk about a couple of those things in just a little bit. We have probably seen the worst of it, more than likely. And I do think that we're going to start seeing things not explode like we saw before, but we're going to start seeing things recover a little bit. Get this out of your mind. I'm going to keep saying this until people get sick of it. And even when you're sick of it, I'm going to keep saying it because you guys got to know. We're not going to see these moves again. Bitcoin, we're not going to see these moves again. We're not seeing these moves again. Get it out of your stinking mind. Never going to happen again. Market structures were different entirely. I'm talking about the whole of not just Bitcoin, but the entire crypto market. Much different each and every single time. And will always continue to evolve and be much different each and every time. So when people say that, they're not wrong.
Yeah. The last rate hike, that when I was like, this is it, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah. They're not wrong when they say that it's different this time. It's not. We just have a different variables each and every time somebody says that to take into account, right? But we're not going to get these massive run-ups anymore, especially after printing the most money in circulation ever in the shortest amount of time in history ever. We're never going to, guys, this was a hyper-inflated movement with Bitcoin. I think, what was it? Like, I'm not going to get this exactly right, but let me just take a real quick like measurement. Somewhere around there to the tippy top, like a 1578, right? That was the move from the bottom to the low on the weekly. These moves here were much more extreme, different market structure, right? But even from this low, roughly to this high, that's at 13,000 on the move. From this low to this high, that's on the weekly, again, this weekly, a 358. Guys, we're gonna start seeing, on the daily, we're gonna start seeing things like a 300 to 500% move. That's the realistic. What I'm trying to get at. That's the realistic fact of the matter that you guys need to start getting accustomed to. We're not gonna get, these 1,500, 2,000% moves on the bull run. Just not gonna happen. The only way that happens is if family offices, big institutions, spot ETF, or spot Bitcoin, or spot ETH as well in the United States, and then these sovereign wealth, what's the term I'm trying to look for? I always fall short and can't think of it. But these families and these princes, kings and queens, I can't think of the term, in the Middle East, come over here with their oil money and really get in. Then, yeah, all bets are off. We could go 500 to 1,000 real fast. Real fast. Real fast, Cletus. But I'm talking for like the normal, everything else into account. I think realistically 300 to 500 max Bitcoin movement on the daily time frame. That would lead us up to anywhere between 130,000 Bitcoin during the next bull run. is more realistic. Lower end 80,000, higher end maybe 130, maybe 150, unless all those other things actually happen. Spot Bitcoin, spot ETH, sovereign wealth funds, big family money comes in, things like of that nature. Like, more smaller nation states start adopting it as their currency, legal form of currency, things like that. But yeah, just kind of want to put that out there, guys. Look at that. We're just ebbing and flowing. I wanted something like this to happen. It's not happening. I'm going to take this off, actually. That's realistically what I wanted to happen. And I'm pleasantly surprised. We're just cutting underneath this white line right here that I've been showing you guys for a long time. And we're just ebbing and flowing. Probably going to hit off this and keep going up, 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 up. I showed you guys before for the Bitcoin chart. If you use the VPVR wall on the daily time frame, there's not much holding us back if we can recapture this level on the charts. Again, let me show you guys the VPVR wall for Bitcoin. This is big gaping section on the daily time frame that we could cut up real quickly into $28,000 to $30,000, even all the way up to $31,000. Really, there's a big gaping section. That's not me giving you guys hopium. That's just the fact of the matter. That's what's on the charts. That's what's on the charts. There's nothing above us to stop us. So just want to let you guys know. Going back, Dow Jones, I'll cover it real quick. Coming up on the daily, looking like it's going to want to test the 200 SMA. All good things. In fact, let me take a look at Market Cipher B down here for you guys. You guys can see that we do have that trigger green dot. I told you guys I like to see curvature. We ended up going from negative to the positive. Boom, bada bing, we're popping. We got another good sign right here. Everything pointing in our way. Again, for Market Cipher B, I like to see three things. And I didn't make this up. This is how Market Cipher was designed, to take three things, preferably more, but three things being the RSIs, the momentum waves, the money flow, and then of course if you get a signal like the green dots. Right now we have RSIs pointing up, we got a green dot, and we're in the green. All good things. All good things, right? NASDAQ up 2.45%. We all know that NASDAQ is what correlates more or less in the traditional worlds to crypto. RSI is not doing extremely as good as the Dow Jones, but I'm expecting to have a green dot here sometime today. If it keeps going, that green dot will probably lead us up into more price appreciation. We do have 2 out of the 3. We have positive money flow. We have the RSIs pointing upwards, and we have momentum on our side. Russell, leading indicator, right? Leading indicator also showing us RSIs going up. Again, like I said before, told you guys yesterday a little bit early, maybe we get that red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, probably going to get a green dot again. And we're still keeping the positive money flow and the RSIs are pointing back up. SPX, same thing, same story. Don't have that trigger dot just yet like the Dow does, but I think we might actually be getting it here shortly. Look at that, guys. This looks really, really good. Really, really good. Look at that gaping section right there on the VPVR wall. Oh, NASDAQ, come on. Show me the VPR wall. Why are you lagging? Come on, TradingView. What are we doing here? VPVR wall show up. Nope, it's not going to happen. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you guys get the point. Let's go. We already talked about Bitcoin. Stop me as well, guys, if you guys have any questions whatsoever about these charts. ETH finally recaptured that 1800 mark, and it's still flirting. I showed you guys this box for a long time, this transparent box, right? Now the VPR wall is showing up. Good job, VPR. But still, we need to recapture this level on the chart, which is 1876. We're not far away from it right now. We're not that far away from it right now. You guys can see it a lot better on the 4-hourly time frame. You need to recapture this white line, top section of this transparent box. Again, you can see just past resistance here, and then again, if we can recapture that, maybe we can grind our way back up for ETH to 2100. If we can grind our way up between about where we are there to 2100, we have a little gaping section on the VPVR wall. We can pop back up and reclaim 25, maybe, right? Like there's a lot of little things happening for ETH. But that being said, it's up right now 8.21% on the day. Atom up 4.53% on the day, trying to reclaim $12. Look, I'm going to get this VPVR wall out of the way. Well, actually, yeah, let me get out of the way real quickly for you guys. Show you guys here. I told you guys the other day, Like it's not over until it's over. We're retesting previous levels of resistance. This white line on the 4 hourly time frame. Again, looking absolutely fine. I told you guys this is the lower level that you guys need to be watching right here. We're still just bouncing, making our way to the upside. In fact, this is looking so much better each and every day that goes by. With shared security, with Atom 2.0 being the narrative, with everything that's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem, especially hopefully with consumer chains really popping off. Guys, I mean, Atom, you know, our favorite child. I'll be, everybody likes this, you know, as a parent. I don't have favorite children. I have favorite children. I'm not going to lie. I have a favorite child. Right now, as you can see, flashing that trigger buy dot. RSIs looking like they're pinching together. Still in the green. Looking really good for Atom. Go, Atom, go. Woo. If we can recapture this $12 mark on the 4 hour, I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the VPVR wall. Let's take a look at the VPVR wall. Let me do that. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. I just want to point out, this is a little, I'm going to get you guys like super bullish, give you guys a little hopium. I said this in the last stream, right? I'm not making it up. It's just what's there. It's just what's there. There's a huge freaking hole in this wall on the 4 hourly time frame. There's a huge hole in this wall. Would anybody be mad if we pop back up to $20, $25? Because I'm being honest with you guys. If things go the way that we think they're going to go, there's a big chance that we just go whap right back up there. And it's not just the VPVR wall. I shared this yesterday for you guys. But let me, again, I'm going to get you guys super bullish, but protect yourself at all times. Be taking profits. Know that I could be wrong. Things could fall on its face. Protect yourself. Be ready for it. But I want to let you guys know, for all you bears out there, all you shorters, which could be another thing, right? We could be actually seeing a small, I got to look at this. I don't know this yet, but we could be seeing a lot of people getting wrecked that were shorting things. Could be a part of the piece of the puzzle as well. Let me show you guys something on the daily time frame for Atom. Okay. This is the big gaping section as well. This is the big gaping section, if you guys need to see, on the VPVR wall as well that we're at. Let me show you guys by price action, just on price action. Let me take all of this away so you guys can see this better. We're at this dotted line right here. Big levels of support on the VPVR wall, big weak point on our wall. If I had a hammer and this was an actual wall, I'd be striking that section of the wall. And guess what? We've done it before. It's not something that I'm coming up with. We've done it before. The last time we were at these price points was here. We saw them, well, not really down here, but we saw them here. And then what we do, skedaddled. We just popped right back up. And then we made our way up. We came down, found some support. We were here for a little while and then skedaddled right back up. Again, just reinforcing my thoughts of we could skedaddle right back up again real quickly with Atom. It's done it twice before whenever we got to these levels. That's why we don't have this filled out section on the VPVR wall. That's why we have a section in the wall that's weak. It's good for us for price accumulation, bad for us when price is falling back down, right? Bad for us when we were hanging on the top section here because we didn't have anything to fall down on as support. So we could definitely pop up real quickly to where we were at before. We've done it in the past. Trend is our friend until it's not. Why think otherwise, right? Ideally, though, getting all that bullishness out of you guys' system and my system as well, admittingly, I would much rather see us fill this gap. I would much rather grind us out over time and fill up and paint this gap up in this price action. I don't need to skyrocket. Not for me. I'm a long-term holder. I'm a 3-5 years minimum at any one of my holdings. Anything that I invest in long-term, if putting my investor hat on, 3 to 5 years. So none of this really matters. But I would like to see, as that hat is being worn, this be filled. So that way, when we do rise to the occasion again and we find ourselves like we were here, we have something to fall back on. And we don't just skedaddle back down to where we were before. Make any sense? Blau. Why you go for? Baby, come back. I don't know why I always sing that song like people actually know what you guys aren't as old as me. A lot of you guys aren't as old as me, but baby, come back. Just watch Anchorman. They sing it. Anyway, I think they sing it in that song, in that movie. But yeah. Yeah. What's up, Rusty? What's up, everybody? What is going on? Did it make any sense? Bren, Grits, make any sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
guys.
I can definitely see that from a TA standpoint. That's pretty much how it looks.
And fundamentally, let's just talk about it, the fundamentals for Atom, right? What do we got coming? What do we have happening right now? We just had our hackathon, right? We had the Atom 2.0. What was that? Sorry, I thought I thought you were trying to say something, Grits.
No, Adam, I just said 2.0.
Yeah, Atom 2.0, shared security, consumer chains, right? I do want to know if Lido cashed out just yet. Somebody do that homework for me. Did Lido cash out just yet? Anyway, I hope consumer chains go off and really bring value accrual for not only the hub but for the Atom token. Like, we have a lot of fundamental things that literally could be popping off here shortly for Atom. I know a lot of people don't like the slow dinosaur that is Atom. I don't mind things moving slowly. They're sturdy. They're big. People don't F with it as much. You know, it's okay. I'll ride this brontosaurus of a dinosaur with price action. I'd much rather ride that than ride this super volatile, agile raptor that most people want to get into and see the thing. Like, you can try holding on to that. Anyway, guys, I love it. I love it. The hype is real. The hype is real. But I'll admit it, like, I don't want to be the big moon boy on this channel. I'm not. Please remember, take profits, my friends. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm just showing you guys fundamentals and technicals on the charts. They're there. They speak for themselves. What else we got in our way? Oh, let me talk about that. We have 42 more days until the next Fed meeting. 42 more days until the next Fed meeting. The skies are clear, my friends. The skies are clear, my friends. We had most earnings for companies already take place. People, don't act surprised. We already knew. We already know most of this stuff. People, like when I was saying it was a lot of posturing and whatnot, it was. Look, the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. The next one for the CPI. What month is this? Is this August? This is August, right? Duh. Yeah. No, it's not. It's July. No. What the hell am I talking about? What month is this, guys? I'm so dumb.
I can't see the delay. I don't know what you're
It's
talking
August.
about.
It's August right now. Why am I getting so much things going on right now? But the next one we have October. No. Well, I'm reading it. I need glasses. October 13th, right? Is that what it's saying? No, September. The schedule release. Is this right? Maybe is this right? Let me refresh this. Okay, let me take a step back. I might be wrong about this. What is the next consumer, the CPI coming out for us?
The August.
September? August just came out, right? Like, we're in August right now. Is it September 13th? Yes, I'm sorry. I need glasses, guys. It's so bad.
Yeah, the rate hike is coming still in August. Like, they just did the CPI, right? And then it starts over again.
No, wait.
It goes CPI rate hike, CPI rate hike. The rate hike last month was like the 27th.
Yeah, but no, the FOMC meeting. Guys,
it's usually the beginning of the month.
Yeah. So, but the next one, this is telling me it's in 42 days. 42 days. So the next one we have is 42 days. The next CPI. Guys, you try doing this. You think it's easy? You try doing this all the time and getting it right and speaking is maybe immediately I should just slow down a little bit, stop drinking so much coffee. I can't though. I can't. The next one is September 13th, if I'm reading this correctly. September 13th. You guys probably can't even see this. It's so small. But yeah, so for the time being, anyway, it's all good. Let's roll. Carry on is what I was trying to get at. In any case, it's still carry on. You know, nothing right now showing me, unless something crazy happens with, conflicts and stuff like that, that I should be super, super concerned outside of that. Sorry, guys, and I will apologize to you guys. Sometimes it's struggle bus here. Next rate hike is in September 21st. Thank you, Fractal. Thank you. Let's move off of Atom, though. Atom, we'll talk about Secret since we were talking about Secret with Alter. Secret seeing a nice little jump, 5.43% up as well on the day. Doing good. Doing good. Let me refresh things, reset things here. Let me see. It's running into It's running into, and even on the daily right here, still running into our 131 of resistance. Again, we put up that dotted line a long time ago, and it's been holding up as resistance, but as well, price action is also holding up above the lines that it needs to hold up as well, guys. We're looking at the 0.5. It's above it right now. It did wick down below it on the daily time frame, but guys, it's looking really good. And honestly, really honestly, these wicks to the upside, Secret's been doing really weird stuff. Really weird. Like, look at all these high wicks. What I'm talking about is the wicks on the top of these candles. Really crazy. People are loading up on Secret, it seems like. And they're defending it quite well as well. If you want my honest opinion about it, they're defending it quite well as well. But again, if we're wrong, take a look at these levels right here, which is about 122. Again, we got 113, 104, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, Secret looking good, though.
So
One thing concerning, though, is what is this? Why does that look like that? Ooh. I'd like to see a little bit better with the RSIs.
yeah.
Go ahead, Gertz.
I just got a house as of tomorrow.
Congratulations!
Congrats, dude.
So now I can start throwing money in the market. Finally.
We got some interesting things right now for Juno. Some really interesting things right now for Juno. I will say, let's take a look at this real quickly, right? 1, 2, 3. We have rejection with these wicks. Even with bullish news, we're getting a lot. And like I said before, resistance levels, right? If it wasn't 5, it was going to be 6 for certain. And we were going to pop. If it wasn't 5, I told you guys we were going to pop. I said this a million times, but the resistance, more than likely, if we didn't get hit at 5, was going to be 6. And so far, I'm showing a lot of selling pressure at $6 right now. We're having a hard time recapturing $6, even though we've knocked on it once, twice, 3 times in a row on the daily time frame. Next thing I want to show you guys, could be wrong, but we do show ourselves with this red dot right here, showing obviously selling pressure being really potent up there at that $6 range. I will put this on top of that as well, though, kind of back and forth with things. We did have that same thing happen here where we got that red dot and then we took a little breather. We recomposed ourselves, got our second win, and then we and made that push above 5, right? Look, that's what happened there. $5, got that little bit of got a little bit of second win, and when we pumped a whole nother dollar. Could that be what's playing out yet again for Juno? Trend is your friend until it's not. Be prepared for the trend to reverse on your face, though. Always be taking profits, and then none of this stuff matters. Guys, you guys are just getting another chance to take profits. I'm not telling you guys to dump your tokens on Juno. Let's get through the $6 range. But for everybody that's watching this channel, I just want to remind you guys, it's not a bad idea to be taking some off the table, just in case we're wrong. So really interesting charts. Again, if you guys want to see these charts, I already put them yesterday in the Discord. Check them out. It's in the altcoin section. You can see the levels of support going down if we do get rejected. Again, you guys know my thoughts. If we actually reclaim $6, we, just like everything else, could pop back up quite easily, even for Juno as well, to those double-digit price points. So be on the lookout for that, guys. IBC Mafia says, I hope Secret keeps pumping. I'm unbonded and ready to jump ship, fully exiting that one. That's a play. That is a play. That is a play for sure. Osmo stablecoining at 119 right now. Again, same thing, kind of looking the same thing as Juno, to be honest with you. Hitting this level of resistance on the charts. This dotted line right here. Doing it not exactly, but doing it pretty much every single time we come up to there, we're getting rejected. I would suspect if we don't catch some extreme support, some extreme buying pressure, that we more than likely are going to come down again. Even on this daily time frame, we came all the way down here. Of course, CPI report came out, it pumped back up, and then we got a lot of selling happening at 125. Expect that going forward, guys. You guys get that another chance to sell at 125, 120, 125. Maybe not everything, but start laddering your positions out a little bit, taking profits as profits are there to be realized. If you guys took any positions down here, bought any of it, reinforced any of your bags down here, you can still do that same strategy, guys. Know that this is the time. This is the key levels to be watching what price action actually does. Not really liking this chart We do see rounding RSIs. We do have positive money flow still, although we could just be doing the same thing like we did back here, right? And right here, we might get a red dot right here. Breather, pump back up, breather, pump back up. Kind of, it's fine. It's par for the course, right? Ebbing and flowing. We need to do that in the markets. Yeah. Evmos trying again, up 8.73% on the day. Again, same signs here on Market Cipher B. Same signs here on Market Cipher A. Clearly getting rejected. I'm going to put this up right here because obviously we have a trend happening. We obviously have a trend happening right here. I don't even care about previous price action, but this level right here, 185, basically give or take where we are right now. Again, let me make sure. Yeah, 185. Boom, boom, boom. That is our level of previous rejection. So take profits, my friends. The trend is your friend until it's not. If it falls down, look for 174, 175, and then again down below 157, 137 to 142, and then 110, and then basically 81 cents. If we can reclaim this, we could pop back up to this next level of resistance, which is 218. I think a lot of people would absolutely love a $2 Evmos again. But again, you know, a lot of things a little different for Evmos. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Some crazy stuff. Bitcoin shorts picking up though. People shorting a lot more. 33.19% people betting against. You can clearly see this on the 1 hourly time frame, picking up even more. People, again, this could be a positive thing too. You guys got to think of that, okay? As we get good news, as the market responds, right? The shorts are going to play their hand. They're going to play their hand. And I get it. I respect it. It's fine. If you take a look at Bitcoin, again, we're just coming up to key levels. Makes sense, right? Makes sense that they're shorting these levels of rejection that we've seen in the past before. So the shorts are coming in hot. But at the same time, if we actually do see more selling or buying support come in, those shorts are going to get called on. They're going to get called on to fulfill their bearish needs. And they're going to have to buy it, which is going to lead into another pump if it works out for us. Caveat to that, we need to remain 24. We can't go back down again. And if we do, we need to stay above 23. Straight up, we need to stay above 23. But yeah, just something to take in mind when you're seeing Bitcoin shorts and Bitcoin longs taking place. Bitcoin longs currently on the 1 hour started coming down, but people started getting a little bit bullish again, right? And this was easily seen, people taking profits, smart, super smart. People, again, betting against it with Bitcoin shorts. Take that however you may want to take. But is Robo in the chat? Robo, the raccoon coming soon to Tank Show. Is that? Let's go ahead and talk about some stuff in Osmosis. Liquidity testing, right? Let me make sure. Let me refresh this. Liquidity. Ooh, back above. We're back above 2. Get my so much numbers. Is it 2 billion? No. Someone help me read this. What's this? Oh my gosh, why is it changing?
Which number are we looking at?
The liquidity on Osmosis. Gosh, I'm having a brain fart right now. How many million?
Are you looking at the left number? It's 200 million.
Million. Sorry. Yes, I'm trying to get my billions and millions correct. I'm American. I need my decimals over here to separate things. I get so caught up on looking at billions and millions sometimes that I get it confused.
So they're trying to, like, if you like move your mouse over it, it like fucks it up.
I know, and it screws me up every single like this. Yeah, it screws me up every single time that happens. Let me do it again. So we're at 213 million liquidity. We were underneath 200 million just yesterday, I believe. I'm not gonna, you know what? I'll do it because I'm curious now. Was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. We were close to it. But we were just recently underneath 200 million. So that's good to see. It's kind of hard because at one point, Osmosis definitely was much, much higher with liquidity, but still all good things, right? All good things. At one point we were above 1 billion, which was insane. Anyway, we're going to move on for that because it's confusing me just looking at those big numbers. Big numbers. Let's take a look right now. Anything else we need to take a look at? Guys, Ion. Oh my gosh. You now have it. Look, I know a lot of you guys may have bought Ion around this price point. I'm just telling you guys are now back at, look at this. Holy crap. 1466. You are now back at the chance to get it at the previous lows before having, I know some people that are in the crypto lobsters as well, Bren, that rolled this up real fast to 23 a piece. That was insane. But I don't dox anybody, but some people in here did that. But yeah, I just want to, that's a massive run up. 28. No, I'm sorry. In price, 35%. That's insane. What's going on? What did we not know about Ion?
There was a proposal recently about Ion, but I think it got rejected.
Yeah.
They're trying to do stuff with it, which is good.
Yeah.
But it got rejected because of the way it worked. Larry pointed out why and did a big write-up on it, and they're changing it.
Well, still, they are working on it. Even our next store of value, I don't want to say Ion's exactly like a store of value, but even Neta right now, guys, even Neta is up 8.3% on the day on price action. Insane. I know Neta's fallen from grace quite a bit, but like, woo, man, go baby, go. I'm loving it. Let's see here. So Ion's one of the bigger winners on Osmosis right now. Let's take a look at the Evmos up 9.91, I guess, on Osmosis. Was there anything else?
Really up right now.
Yeah. I think a lot of people's portfolios are up.
Yeah, I mean, I was 80% in stables, and I haven't bought anything, and all of a sudden I'm 50-50. So
there you go.
You know,
Ion being the big winner today on Osmosis. Ion being the big winner on Osmosis.
Ion is that airdrop?
I do. In chat, guys. I know. I'm sorry. We're kind of everywhere today, and I apologize. Just I love. Admittingly, guys, I've been calling it for a little while. I don't want to say if you're in profits, take profits. I took a little bit more profits this morning from some things that I did recently. So I could be wrong, right? But I do think, like I've been saying for a long time, of my theory that we're going to be seeing things kind of like go in our favor. Stars, your Manekis, guys, again, just appreciating in value based on stars alone, back up to 33.2. Like we were at 34 at one point, looking really, really good. Really wish we could have taken profits now instead for the Dow, but it is what it is. I do want to talk about a couple of things in our space that I find interesting. Like just I'm not spreading FUD, but like what the heck is happening? Let me bring up, like, this is bullish, especially for Maneki NFT projects, right? If you guys don't know, Shane, Stargaze, yes, verification via governance is coming in the next update, and there'll be a badge indicating it on each collection. So are you saying that we can stake Manekis via Stargaze? Is that what that's saying, Grits?
I don't know.
Is that what that's saying? Still,
I don't know how they're gonna do it actually. Like they were talking about like some sort of loop thing. They were talking about like fractionalized ownership of NFTs and stuff. I'm not sure when they're gonna do that either, but apparently that's a thing.
Need to dig into this. Saw this, but admittingly, guys, I kind of pieced this together while I was trying to do the thumbnail, and as the markets were pumping, I was like, oh crap, what is Shane saying here? Got to look into this, guys. Let me know what this all means. Still pretty cool. It's cool seeing stars work, towards the end all goal. Again, 1 ETH being trending again. That goes on and off all the time. I will say this was a really good thread. I don't want to share it with you guys. If you guys don't follow Alex, you guys probably do. If you guys don't understand Cosmos entirely, that was a really good thread. Read that on your own time, though. Read that on your own time. Actually, you know what? Let me put that in the helpful links of the day, because that was a really good read and thread. Even though, admittingly, I knew most of this already, but it's always nice to kind of reread and get people's better understandings of how they view the Cosmos ecosystem and why Cosmos, who, what, where, how, right? So really good. Shout outs to Alex. That was a really good thread. So just kind of want to put that out there, put out what Shane put out there. And then I guys, I like Don. I like him. You guys don't know, watch his channel. He's a validator now. Little different now when you're a validator, right? Little different when you're a validator and you're not just a talking head on the space covering things and giving opinion bases and stuff like that. Little different, right? But still, what in the heck is this, bro?
What is that? Wait, what's the context?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out. It was from Cryptocitos.
And he tried to joke, and pretty much everybody jumped on him. And it wasn't a very good joke, obviously.
So he was joking, right?
I think so, but you know how he is.
I don't know. Like, people are asking, and it seems like it's not like someone tell me.
He's like, I'm joking, but not really.
It's kind of like what? Like this was in response to Cryptocitos, right? Like they have some bullish things with Jake and Dao, which by the way, later on, I do want to actually listen to that. So I definitely would watch Cryptocitos show later on today. I don't know if it's live right now or whatever, but you guys need to watch that. What?
I'm pretty sure that everybody's mad that everybody's going to Cito's show is like, the general thing that.
Oh, you know how hard it is? Like maybe that's what he's talking about. You know how hard it is? Even Liam popped in here and gave his 2 cents about it, in which, I liked it. Look, Cito, like whatever, anybody can hear. I don't care. Like, but it is. We talked about it. It's hard. It's a game. It's a political game. Let's be real. Cito is the chosen child for most of the inner circle in the cosmos. It is. It's just what it is. He's a validator. They picked him as their horse. It's fine. Like, admittingly, I was inspired to start the show because I would listen to Liam and Cito's content a while ago and whatnot. And it is what it is, right? Like they've been putting out content way before me or Don. Like it's the facts. It's the facts. It is what it is. And so he's getting the rewards of, or he's sowing the labor, or he's reaping the rewards of the labor that he did earlier, right? Like, so that's all good. But there is a lot of politics and positioning and favoritism
Liam is actually
the space
on vacation right now for some
but even he says it, like you can find it in here. I have felt this way, maybe less of the FU, but about my interviews, and I wasn't able to get people on the channel. Like it's the struggle bus, guys. Do you know how hard it is to get people to talk to you? Because you're always being judged. I say stuff like today, we had somebody earlier, right? I'm not coming down on you, but you put yourself out there. I'm going to do it too. Like you're putting me on the spot, right? Like, why do you always talk so much? Like people are so critical and try to be whatever of you and what you do at all times. And it's hard. It's really hard to get, especially if you're like Don and myself, but you just say stuff. A lot of times we're wrong. A lot of times we have to correct ourselves on stream. I don't edit my stuff. I do live streams. So it's easier to put forks and knives in me all day long, right? Granted, I'm doing that knowingly. I'm painting that picture knowingly and putting my target on my back knowingly each and every day when I go live. It's much easier to edit the things I want to edit and present it that way, right? But nobody knows the full transparency that way. That's why I do what I do. But,
it's more organic.
Yeah, but like if you're talking about getting people on your stream, a lot of them don't want to come on live streams because if they say something wrong, people are going to come after them. If they can't edit the narrative, they can't do this or that. And that's just one aspect of it. Then you have partnerships that you have, it's kind of weird that Evmos, I don't know. I'm just going to say it like it is, Cito. Like, it's just weird that Evmos sponsors you and then you're a validator and then you do multiple different validation on chains and stuff. It's just weird. Like, how can anybody, when you have sponsorships or anything like that, really, no matter how genuine you are, no matter what you do for the space, really ever fully trust what you're saying? I'm just saying, right? That's why it's the long, harder road. I don't take that route because I don't want that route. I want my opinions, whether they're wrong, right, or effed up, to be my own and people to know that.
I've heard people say like they don't go to his channel because they're looking for anyone's opinion. They just want to know what the project is about. Mm-hmm. That's basically the reason.
and it works, and it works for him. It's brilliant for his business model. I'm not fudding Cito. I'm not fudding anybody in this, but as I just wanted to address this and be very open about it, right? Like, I think I'm going to be very honest. I think I'm the black sheep out of everybody as far as like content creator. I really do feel like that. I feel like nobody likes me or nobody takes me seriously. I'm being 1,000,000%, and I'm not saying, oh, pity me or anything. I'm being genuine. I feel like I'm the low man on the totem pole. And it could be because of like the time in or whatever it is, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like that's the case. It's a struggle bus. It's hard. But I will say, regardless, Don, like, I don't know if you're playing. I think you're playing, but I couldn't understand you guys saying that. And Jake is like I think one of the nicest guys. I haven't ever talked to him, but from what I've seen, he seems pretty nice. But anyway, I was reading this. I was like, somebody tell me what's going on. Because even all the other influencers, right? Like even Jacob, Cito, Simon, with Loop and Nina that we just had on, Liam, everybody was like, whoa, what?
Even say like, I hope Jake can take an insult. And it's like, so you're trying to insult me? You're trying to insult me?
Yeah, I just didn't understand. I don't understand. And I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish. And like when it says like all these people are like too far, and it's like basically because I can't. And I know like you take the superhero role, like you're trying to save everybody, but like I don't even understand.
I understand perfectly.
Tell me that.
Oh, is
he playing the attention, looking for attention role?
At all? Like I'm serious,
That's
the style. It's not cool either.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. I don't know.
He's trying to throw an insult, but also make a joke, but then also try to get him to respond to his DMs. That seems to be the
maybe how many people I've tried to get on this show? And I'm not gonna put their names out there right now, but like sometimes nobody responds to you. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I have to say things wrong so that they like have to step in. And like, I'll be honest, Alter, he's a great guy. But it happened because I said something that was wrong. And you have to own up to it and stuff like something. If you're genuine about it, like maybe that stuff, like, I don't know, but I'm saying I'd love to have everybody on my show, regardless of if you like me or not, or things that I've said in the past or not. I don't know. I just thought that this was like, what? And then I've also seen a lot of people, the only reason I'm bringing this up as well, not just because like I want to talk about that, but I also want to like talk about like, we've been having a lot of, it's been ongoing. We've been having a lot of disagreements in the space, right? Call it whatever you want, about how people go about doing things. But there is a level, guys, of, I don't want to say we're being bullies or anything like that, but we have to have openness. We can voice our opinion, but if people disagree or don't comment like Don, or like don't respond back or whatever it is, just let that be. We do not have to go into attack mode on each other. We don't. With every topic that's recently been happening. Like, this was extreme. Some of the other things that I'm seeing happening lately, kind of extreme. I don't mind calling to question things, but at the same time, there's a manner of which you can do that is more susceptible to the actual response that you probably want to get than the knee-jerk response that you're seeing happen because of the way things are going. You know what I mean?
I'm a pretty big believer in you don't have to like insult a bunch of people or a person to get their attention.
Yeah, not at all. Like, not at all. Like, yeah. And again, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of point it out, guys. Like, I'm always going to say what I say. It's fine. I can say it. I don't ever try to, unless you're blatantly, easily, transparently, like obviously trying to hurt people and take advantage of people, like then maybe I'll say some strong words. But like, if I just disagree with something, it's just my opinion. That's all it is. It's just my opinion. But yeah, whatever. I just kind of want to bring that up. We don't have to stick around and talk about just that. It's weird to talk about other people's interactions, especially being content creators or whatever. Anyway, guys, Did I miss anything in the chat? Mav? May, I need glasses. I can't see things, guys. I like you too. I like you too. Citation, I appreciate that. I want to get more guests on the show. A lot more guests on the show. So if you guys are a protocol, if you guys do listen to this, or even if you're another content, I hate saying that, content creator, influencer, whatever, right? Whatever the term people want to label us as. I would love to have you guys on the show as well.
Everybody uses ambassador now.
I'm not an ambassador.
Wow.
I'm not an ambassador either. I don't like any of those freaking terms.
Me neither.
Don't label me. I'm an average dude like you guys. I'm just an investor like you guys. That's all I am. I'm just a little bit more active about it and outspoken. That's all it is. Like I'm not trying to pump bags. I'm not trying to influence anybody or do anything like that. Like I'm just like everybody else. I don't like influencer. I don't like content creator. I don't like ambassador. I don't like none of that. I'd like ambassador if people paid me, but I don't get paid for anything. So would love to see, Kujira was actually supposed to come on the show a long time ago. I was actually talking with them. But yeah, I should probably reach back out to them because a lot of things happened in between. Like I think the network went down while they were building, and this is that long a while ago. But yeah, I definitely need to get in contact with them, and especially now that they've actually launched. You know what? We'll reach out to them. And you know what? Do me a favor as well, guys. You guys can reach out to them. You guys are part of the IBC gang as well. I'm in the gang with you guys. I'm just a talking head. If you guys want to see that, tag them on your guys' post. Tag them, tag me, tag the IBC gang and say, hey, you guys need to come on the show and talk about things. Like we want to have you guys on Crypto Tank's show or the IBC gang show where it's live and it's, you know, real and people can interact. But yeah, like yeah. You're such an ambassador. Shut up, DJ. What did you think of the names we were coming up for your Twitter spaces? I saw that one. What was it? Tank's Twitter time. Twitter.
Yeah, that's one I wrote.
I saw that. I like them, guys. The triple tank, triple T.
Once before.
Yeah. And you know, honestly, I know we're ranting now. Right now, we're just being. You know what? Oh no, we'll do this later. We'll do this because it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. But we were talking about it earlier, getting more people. And originally, actually, this was for people that's been around for a long time. I used to want this a lot. And I don't know why we strayed away from it. Just got kind of into things. But I would love to have more regular people, actual IBC community members like cosmonauts to talk about I don't want to just interview protocols, devs, and project launchers and stuff like that. Like I like to interview you guys as well. Some of your favorite people in this space, like, you know, and get to know you guys and how you guys maybe got here and maybe what you think about what's currently happening and, you know, your take on things, because I think those things matter to get the feel of the sentiment. Truly, you have to talk to the people. And so I want to start doing that on a certain day each week where we bring on people to talk. You guys don't have to be showing your face or anything like that, but I'd like to talk to you guys about like, hey, you know, you don't even have to tell me your real name. Just, you know, you go by your alias or whatever and who you are, how you came here, what you think about this space. You know, what do you think about not just myself or other people that are talking heads in the space telling you things, you know, what's your expectations via governance or how you liking governance and the way things are going. Getting to know the true people on that level, I think will not only help, you know, us all understand each other better, but the protocols, the developers that are actually working in our space understand what we really want to see and what we really want to happen and how we're really feeling about what they're doing in this space, whether they're validators, relayers, devs, anything in between, right? I think that would be one of the best ways to kind of turn the market into something that's a lot more healthy. So again, you guys know I have a lot of really big goals. I would like to start this as a media arm. Come at me, and if you guys steal my ideas, we all know where it came from. You guys do this. I'm even talking to the higher ups, Sisla and everybody else. You guys steal my idea. It's fine, so long as it gets done. But at least give me credit. I don't care who does it. I just want these kind of things to happen. But I want to turn this into a media arm of sorts. And I also want to talk to people on a day-to-day basis and also have more guests on the devs and validators and protocol level of things. So guys, I can only do this with your guys' support. Help a brother out. Really help a brother out. Like help yourselves out, because this is how we actually start turning things around. Like, you know, and becoming stronger and reinforcing not only our ecosystems, but our positions in the ecosystem. So join us on Discord. You know, talk about us on Twitter. Join us on Twitter as well. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Hit that little bell notification. It really does help out quite a bit. With that said, don't forget to take profits while profits are there. We're having good days, my friends. We're having good days. Like, hey, enjoy them. Recognize them. I love it. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's NFT Thursdays. Same time, same place. You guys know where to find us. We're going to have Homestead in the later part around 9:45, 10 o'clock-ish, talking about, you know, Fresh Mint Fridays and what's happening with NFTs. So don't miss out on that. Yeah, enjoy your guys' day. And I'll be on a Spaces later, enjoying it with you guys later on today as well, guys. Peace. Get out of here. Peace. Make some money.